people who are committed to their mains at least to some degree or another.
And it's darkness versus the light, as Spyro is using the black color scheme and Zapapy is using the white color scheme. Looks like both of these players are French. This could be French Revolution Part 2.
Which one is the monarchy? Who's overthrowing who?
I'm not going to say which side is which because I don't want to cause a poop storm.
That's good. Yeah, that was definitely a bait. I should not have tried to bait you into that one. Zapapy versus Spyro as we get here into game number 1. On the other side of your comment about them both being French is that of all the countries in the European region, I feel like the French have a lot of internal solidarity, right? Like we've seen like Daz and Stickia go back when they what was the last European land? I can't remember, but there was a lot of like European solidarity, but specifically French solidarity at that European land.
Sig's already coming out from Zapapy. Now Spyro will have a very strong Sig kit himself. I don't expect to see as many of them, but we could see him using those like a dash forward side signature on the spear, also on the gauntlets as well, to punish some of these signatures from Zapapy.
Zapapy, like you said though, sticking a lot of signatures out, and Spyro doing a really good job respecting those signatures. Just like, all right, you can throw those out, you can be over there playing your game, but when the time comes, Spyro gonna dive forward. You're seeing Zapapy again throwing out those signatures, and Spyro's recognizing, all right, you're gonna go for these signatures. It locks you in place, puts you in recovery frames, and very often he's going for these gravity cancels, which is burning a dodge as well. 3 side airs in a row, and Zapapy can't touch the wall.
Now that could be the side that we see Zapapy falling on. The neutral game, he's using all of these crazy signatures. Spyro having a tough time punishing them. But on the edge, like Zapapy can kind of go for 1. He can slide charge 1 and then burn his dodge for 2, I guess. But you are wasting so much if you throw out a gravity cancel Sig and miss.
It's burning a lot in the kit, especially if you can't touch back down on the ground. In the air, 2-second, 3-second cooldown on that air dodge. But if you come back down, it'll minimize that down to 1.5 seconds, which is, it's better.
See Spyro, he's just waiting out for those signatures to come.
But you're also seeing Zapapy be a little bit more conservative with those signatures. It's been a little while since we've seen a bow signature come out from Zapapy. Instead, it's kind of standard bow play up until that slide charge side sig.
There's the neutral air, goes for the GC in light, another signature over on the corner, gonna move him a little bit off stage. Spyro's starting to figure this out. That's where the adaptation comes in. That's why these sets are best of 5.
No, but still, Spyro struggling a little bit to finish off the stock. Caught the dodge. That's what we were talking about. The gravity canceled side signature attempted from Zapapy, but Spyro got underneath it, got him with the sidelight, and immediately went in with the recovery for the knockout.
Now Zapapy is possibly going to have to make a major shift very quickly. He does even that up, finds the stock, but this is still game 1, and we've already seen some drastic adaptation from Spyro. So I think as the set goes on, if Zapapy continues on this road, I think it's going to lead to a dead end.
Yeah, this road can only go so far. Meanwhile, Spyro taking the road less traveled with some of these plays, getting around Zapapy, but still just a little bit behind in the damage department. Goes for the punish, and I think, like you're saying, right, it's just a matter of time before Spyro starts finding the timings for these punishes, because right now it's not that Spyro is opting for bad options or anything like that. It's just finding those awkward timings around these signatures from Zapapy.
Side from Zapapy. Again, Spyro staying away from the Sig, staying away from another one. Now you're seeing Zapapy throwing out those dueling side airs, dueling nairs, just trying to catch Spyro out. Oh man, isn't quite in the spot to punish in time. There's a sidelight, dodge through of the recovery. Zapapy still has the lead. All it took was that signature, and there is the KO. Game 1 goes the way of Zapapy.
that panic dodge into the signature. Spyro was safe. He was on the other side, but he saw the green come out and immediately lateral dodge into the signature. And now Spyro's like, all right, you know what's probably going to help me move and get into positions? A character with higher movement speed, as he makes the swap over to the Savani, the crossover, sharing the same moves as Val.
Now, based on the characters that Spyro has reported today, he's only played Wushang so far. We don't have anything before round 2 of top 32. But round 2 of top 32 played Wushang, came in against Ariel, played Wushang, and is now down in the loser's bracket. Played Wushang and is now playing the Val.
At least retaining some weapons from the previous match, but man, you can't take Zapapy to a soft platform map. Slide charging, the ability to slide charge just gives him extra arsenal. Nice. Nice. Goes for the second one, but Zapapy still had the dodge. Cannot fault Spyro for going for the option, though.
Now, Wushang is going to be Spyro's highest level. Then it's going to be a Mordex, and in third place is Val. More signatures coming out. Zapapy with a hefty lead here. There's a GC side sig from Spyro, attempting to follow Zapapy back. Gets through the signature, hits the side air. Oh, the side air drops. That would have been huge. Zapapy was in orange. It would have bounced off the wall. Could have followed up with an easy weapon toss for the KO.
Heartbreaking drop, but Spyro got to shake it off in the respawn. Downlight recovery, high ceilings because it's a tri-platform map. Downlight recovery again, Spyro completely shaking it all off, much like Taylor Swift. And now the stock count and the health is even.
There's the D-Light Nair. Tries to go for the turnaround side air read. Ooh, finding some ways in on Zapapy. There's the sidelight into the recovery. More unanswered damage coming out from Spyro. Weapon toss is there. Going to deprive Zapapy of that as he swaps over to the sword. The recovery off the top. If he gets a D-Light recovery up there, we could see a solid power position for Spyro. Might even lead to the KO.
You're seeing a lot more aggression come out from Spyro as well, like not giving Zapapy the room to throw out those signatures, but when Zapapy finds a spacing, suddenly signatures starting to come out. Starting to see these down signatures come out from Zapapy.
The recovery, one more of those might do it. The GC sidelight not having enough active frames. Nice spot dodge there.
Yeah.
Isn't quite in the position to punish that straight away. Still has the lead coming out. GC in light as Spyro dodges through the Nair from Zapapy. Again, getting through the side signature. Beautiful spot dodges coming out from Spyro.
I think you're also starting to see why not a lot of people who pick up Azoth like that side signature. It can be hard to hit because it doesn't hit behind. It doesn't hit along that teleport path. It only hits on the front end. And so Spyro, with those dodges, is getting inside of it and able to get punishes and avoid those hitboxes.
Nair recovery immediately answers back. The neutral air from Zapapy's bow. Spyro with a good lead here.
Looking nice for Spyro, like you were saying. Oh, but the slide charge side sig, and Zapapy immediately bringing this one back. Going to be sticking with the axe for the final stocks here in game number 2.
But again, you're seeing that adaptation from Spyro. He has the lead here. He's finding a way past these signatures. He'll get hit by one every now and then, but still, he's keeping himself in this and ahead of Zapapy. That adaptation coming out already in game 2.
But the stars showing some trouble. Zapapy back to the bow, goes for the slide charge, reverse side sig. Spyro with the read gets the double side light recovery, and that is going to be game number 2 going the way of Spyro.
And he did that even after getting hit by the weapon toss. He did the side light. I think he got hit by the weapon toss then. Well, I'm sure we'll see it on the replay. And then did another side light into the recovery. It's going to be coming in right here. There's the recovery.
No, Zapapy picked up the weapon.
Oh, yo, he did.
That deactivates the hitbox, and Spyro, I love that it started off that top platform, of course, closer to that kill box, like we were talking about, tri-platform map, higher ceilings because of that top platform. And so Spyro's like, all right, I'll just use that top platform. And Zapapy, yo, what? I didn't think he was allowed. Like, this is illegal. He can't switch off of Azoth.
What level is it? It's a level 59 Bryn. So definitely still going to have a lot of experience on this character, but not near what he has on that level 100 Azoth. Just not feeling the bow, but like we said earlier off of an earlier Bryn switch, the signature kit overall on Bryn is going to be a lot more usable because, like, let's be real. Azoth bow neutral signature, not a great signature. I don't know if we've seen Zapapy hit that more than once, if that.
Yeah, it's definitely not the most common option, whereas Bryn definitely got some fantastic signatures in the kit. But here we go, game number 3, and Zapapy with the unorthodox swap over to the Bryn. Yet to throw out a sig. There's the first sig thrown out, but a fantastic spot dodge from Spyro. Punish opportunity. Spyro will find the punish, but the damage is definitely in favor of Zapapy for now.
Now he is sporting that MetaDev Bryn that you can earn in viewership rewards in November for the beautiful month of BCX. Weapon toss going in. Spyro picking up the sword. Zapapy with a very hefty lead here. GC Instinct comes out. Zapapy is above it, and he's in the perfect spot to pick up the spear weapon spawn that comes in for him. GP over the edge.
Punish?
Oh, I think he wanted another one.
Spyro finding some sword damage, though, against Zapapy. Opts for the weapon toss. And again, Zapapy, this is, I think I heard Flambeau talking about this, but that's like the low-level killer, right? Is just those spear ground pounds.
That used to be like what the spear option was when all of the other ones just weren't working. Like, it used to be they would search for D-Light Sayers, and if that didn't work, they would just eventually get frustrated and go for the onstage ground pound. That would kill it like 200.
Like,
or they would just throw them out on the edge. They would just throw ground pound after ground pound after ground pound after ground pound on the edge as an edge guard situation.
One of these days it'll work, and right now it is working for Zapapy, as Zapapy does have the stock advantage. Spyro still needs to build up a little bit more damage before looking for the knockout. That's one of the pitfalls of Val, is she does not come in with the highest strength, so it will take a little bit more effort to finish off some stocks.
If the GC sidelight doesn't find the Nair follow-up, Spyro is just a little bit too low for that to hit. Back-to-back signatures. Zapapy expertly dodges through the other one that went to the right. Wow. He got away from that very well and immediately went for the punish too.
Nice weapon toss, and Spyro will even up the stock count. Good idea behind that as well was going for a ground pound just in case Zapapy had the dodge up, but the weapon toss was enough.
Haven't seen a signature in a while. Hope Zapapy's feeling all right.
I hope he's okay.
I'm a little bit worried about him. I hope he's staying hydrated. Oh, almost gets the cider. There it is. He's back.
There were just one. I don't know if that's enough. But Spyro doing a good job denying weapons now. You can't throw out signatures if you don't have a weapon in hand. Zapapy going to pick up the spear. Goes for the downlight. Spyro stays low. The signature charged up, and Spyro with the punish.
Where is it? Side sig for the fans? Ooh, weapon toss goes in. He's not able to convert anything off of it. Spyro fighting his way back into this.
Caught him with an air. Sidelight into the recovery. Needs more. Doesn't even opt for the gravity cancel down signature. Sometimes a common option for Val's at the top of the map. Goes for another recovery, but it's still not enough. Good spot dodge. Downlight side air, and Spyro going to take the stock advantage.
Going to throw that weapon high, grab the gauntlets, stick with them. You saw in Game 1, Spyro was starting to figure out how to play into Zapapy. In Game 2, he definitely figured out as he took the victory. Now we're here in Game 3, off of the switch over to the Bryn, and it seems like Spyro has this pretty well figured out here as well. He doesn't have quite the biggest lead, but he's finding it. He's adding up that damage. Zapapy's going to have to find several hits before he outpaces Spyro in damage.
But it is a different playstyle coming out from Zapapy, much less sig dependent. In fact, I would say, less signatures thrown out than Spyro is thrown out. Nice, goes for the 2-piece, does not hit the 3-piece as Spyro goes for the wake up down air. Off the weapon toss, goes for the neutral signature, but Spyro had the dodge.
He started that D-Light in orange, so even though he was red, it's not going to be the KO option for Spyro just yet. That one is dodges through the weapon toss. D-Light into the recovery. Fantastic work from Spyro. He has Zapapy figured out.
You got to give credit to Spyro for the reactions on that. That is raw reactions for the spot dodge. So many times you give credit like, okay, that was just a really good spot dodge. But like when you are consistently spot dodging and avoiding things perfectly, to even spot dodge a weapon toss and then be able to hit the gravity cancel out of it, because you have to have, there's a small window within a spot dodge where you can turn it into a gravity cancel, and Spyro was able to do it. Like, fantastic reactions coming out from Spyro.
As Zapapy seems to be at a loss for which character to pick. I bet he's going to go back to the Azoth. He does go back to the Azoth. Spyro going to stick with this Stevani pick. I think Spyro's got him figured out. Even after the change last game, which might have thrown Spyro for a loop, it did not take long. You saw it on the second stock. Zapapy had a lead in the first stock and had the lead for about half of the second stock, but the latter half of the game, Spyro was in control even though it came down to last stock red. So great adaptation from Spyro here against Zapapy.
And Zapapy going to be going to the dark side now, going for a different skin. Dia de los Muertos is tomorrow, so instead he is coming back from vacation with the Azoth. As we get into game number 4, Zapapy on tournament point, about to get knocked out. Spyrox just needs to win this one to continue on in the bracket.
Zapapy looking like Riku in Kingdom Hearts, hoping that going to the darkness will give him the power he needs. Hits the dare into the D-Light. Weapon toss goes up, swapping over to the bow, throws it away, back to the axe, throws out the D-Sig.
And I can't help but feel like Zapapy's throwing these signatures out like just to be Zapapy about it, right? Like just to throw out these signatures. Spyrox nowhere near, but that time Zapapy going to move forward with it, and Spyrox gets caught, tries to go for a little bit extra with the down. That's going to clash out.
How did that was what? That was a very weird clash. Oh, it goes for the ground pound. That's why when there's a weapon spawn that you can get to before your opponent, that's why you go for it. Because Spyrox chose to re-engage unarmed against Zapapy, found a couple hits, but they didn't lead to the KO. Zapapy was able to grab the weapon, and now Zapapy is in the lead. D-Light recovery is going to take out off the top as Spyrox almost evens this up. I believe he is in the yellow here against Zapapy. So there is at least a 50 damage difference between these two players.
And you're starting to see a lot of wake-up reactions. Double side signature. Didn't hit the side air, so Zapapy gets away just barely, skin of his teeth, but he was clenching for that one.
Ooh, the backside of that recovery. Even goes for the side signature, but Spyrox dodged it with a spot dodge, staying aerial far away from the side signature of Zapapy. Zapapy still with the lead here. Spyro gets around and behind, punishes that signature. The weapon toss goes in. He's able to pick it back up. Oh, somehow he is out of the way of that.
That's that movement speed getting past Spyro, just throwing out a blender in the middle of the map. Gets that down signature onto Zapapy. Interesting decision making coming out from Zapapy underneath, but Spyro not able to land his own.
Spyro now with the lead. Zapapy can't seem to close this out against Spyro. He can take the lead early on, but he's not holding on to it. He's not closing these games out.
One stock left for Zapapy. Tournament stock here. Spyro just needs to finish this one. Spyro in the red. Zapapy could get this one, could take it to final stocks here. We've seen Zapapy yoink stocks before. Again, throws out the down signature, and Spyro able to get these punishes.
Ooh, it's the recovery into the dare because Zapapy was so low health, or low damage. Side air comes out. Spyro, again, getting away from so many of these hits, and we have Spyro with a big lead. Spyro really starts to come alive on the second stock, really starts to figure out Zapapy on the second stock.
That recovery is still not enough for Zapapy. Throwing out signatures, hoping one of them will connect because it will lead to a knockout. Finally finds the recovery, but Zapapy needs something massive here. He does not have a lot of health to play with.
There is a weapon spawn that comes in. Zapapy grabs it, but Spyro has no problem going in unarmed. It's a D-Light recovery, has the sword. Is it going to be yet another D-Light recovery game clincher for Spyro? Here's Zapapy finding some good damage, but he turns around the dare.
Why would you go for a dare there? You had the read with the sidelight nair. That's the combo. He went for a dare, and Spyro gonna close it out in game number 4 over Zapapy, and Spyro will continue on being the sole representative of France now. Is that right?
Now, I hope everybody watching that at home learned an important lesson. You can beat people who spam signatures. Signatures are beatable. You too can beat people who throw out a lot of signatures who become predictable.
Yeah, really well done from Spyro, just recognizing the habits of Zapapy. Some fantastic wake-up options and some fantastic reactions from Spyro to close that one out 3-1. That's a